I'm Dan Hunt, and this is Up Close and Personal. We are live at the Aria Hotel, Casino, Resort, and Spa here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Isn't it gorgeous
It's
here?
a beautiful place, Dan.
And I
Beautiful
got to tell you, we are at World CryptoCon, and this has got to be one of the best cryptocurrency events I've seen in a long time.
It's definitely one of the biggest I've seen, Dan, and
Yes.
it's one of the most engaging I've seen too.
You know, everybody is really here for each other. We're going to talk a little bit more about that, but
Sure.
first let me tell people, you are Raj, I'm going to say it, I'm going to try.
Please do.
Wadhera.
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 Yep, that'll do.
Raj Wadhera, and you are from New Zealand now.
I am based in New Zealand at the moment,
Based in
yes.
New Zealand, but you're an Australian citizen.
Originally in Aussie, yeah.
Originally an Aussie. Where's your hat?
Not all of us wear hats, mate.
And you are the marketing officer for a company called Cryptopia.
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 Yeah, correct.
Okay, so we're going to talk about Cryptopia in a few minutes. But
Sure.
first let's talk a little bit about World CryptoCon. You are a gold or silver sponsor.
Gold sponsor.
You're the gold sponsor of the event. And you know, here you are with all of these people. Why? Why did you do this?
So, a couple of reasons. The main reason, Dan, we did this was to meet and greet our peers, effectively. That was the main driver. It's a major event. We want to be present at a major event. We need to represent and support the community.
Right.
So that were the main reasons we're here. Just to meet and greet, support
So-
the community.
We're one day into the event. Has it met your expectations?
I think it's exceeded our expectations, to be honest. Some of the conversations we've had some friendly conversations, some business conversations. It's been really good.
Well, that's wonderful. You know, the guys that are putting this on, they're just doing a really, really good job.
Yeah.
The speakers list has been incredible.
It is.
Some great information, and they've really created an environment for everybody to really work together with the couches outside and the coffee lounge over there. It's just really a great environment.
Awesome, absolutely fantastic. It was be fantastic if it was closer to New Zealand for me. I wouldn't have to travel a day and a half, but other than that, it was great.
Okay. So let's talk, before we get into your exchange and what you do, let's talk a little bit about you and where you came from.
Sure.
So you grew up in Sydney, Australia.
That is correct.
So
yeah.
you're an Aussie. Did you know, Americans, we all think that you all have hats and you all have big knives. Is that a reality in Australia?
I've got my kangaroo outside, mate.
And you got your kangaroo outside.
It's a proper city. It's just like Vegas. It's like New York. It's a real city. People drive.
People drive.
We don't all wear Akubra hats. No, no, we don't.
So that's just
It's a bit of a myth.
That's the tourist travel
Correct,
part of it.
Correct.
Okay. Growing up in Sydney, you went to school. Talk to me. I want you to think back now. Think back to high school.
Sure.
Okay. What did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a senior in high school?
So, even when I was a junior at high school, my ambitions were to be a Formula One driver.
A Formula One driver.
Correct.
And where do you think that came from?
I always enjoyed machinery.
Okay.
Always enjoyed fast cars. The grid girls. There was a lot of pluses there in that Formula One environment.
And did you do anything to pursue that when you left your education?
I did. In London, when we were based there, I did some track racing for Jaguar while I was there.
Okay.
I still do a little bit of go-karting every now and again when I get a chance.
You know, there's some incredible, those indoor
Yeah,
electric
yeah,
go-kart
they're the
tracks
ones-
here.
they're the
They're
one-
really fast.
They're the ones you want, right?
Yeah.
Because the e-go-karts are a lot quicker than the old petrol ones.
Exactly.
So look, and I've always had a passion for fast cars. It's one of those things.
Okay. So your journey in life took you through a lot of different jobs and a lot of different roads that you've taken. You told me that you now live in New Zealand.
That is correct, yep.
But you got to New Zealand by way of Bangkok and London, and you went the long way around.
It was a scenic route, so I went from Sydney to Melbourne to Singapore to the UK and then back to New Zealand. So I took the scenic route.
You took the scenic route around. Your career has taken you in marketing, it's taken you in sales. What is your educational background when you went to secondary school?
Sure, so I did a Bachelor of Business and a Bachelor of Law
Okay.
from UTS in Sydney.
In Sydney?
University of Technology in Sydney. I did an MBA, which was at Australian Graduate School of Management,
Okay.
again in Sydney. And then I've just completed a fellowship 3 years ago for the Institute of Professional Healthcare.
So you completed a fellowship with them.
Correct.
Wow, that's incredible. Your travels had you take a pit stop at Microsoft for a while. What did you do for Microsoft?
So at Microsoft, I was the Chief Marketing Officer for New Zealand, so managing all their marketing efforts within New Zealand.
Within New Zealand.
That is correct.
And what did that mean? You know, that's an easy line to say, but what did you do every day?
It doesn't sound as simple as that, but it was basically managing all the marketing execution programmatically, working closely with Seattle, working closely with Singapore, which are the regional offices, to make sure that the global plan and the global intent brand was executed within New Zealand locally.
Okay. You know, we talked a little bit earlier today about mindset, and your time at Microsoft taught you some things about mindset. Can you talk to us about mindset and what you learned while you were there?
Yeah, so I was fortunate to be there under Steve Ballmer's ownership, running of the business at the time. And when Steve resigned as the CEO, I moved over to Satya Nadella. Now they're two very different styles of management and leadership, both of them. The mindset story resonated with me a lot at Microsoft because Satya speaks very highly of that. Whether you're doing philanthropic work, whether you're developing new products, whether you're writing new code, you need to be in that right mindset and have that. You're there for a reason. You're there to achieve something. You're there to win. And that taught me a lot, and I appreciate that a lot from Satya's learnings at Microsoft.
Tell me about your mindset. So when you look at your life as you sit here right now, what's your mindset? What mindset got you to be as successful as you are today?
The mindset's changed. It's evolving.
It always is.
It's an evolving piece. So historically, it was all about getting the big job in the big firm, paying the big dollars. Right. As a young exec, that was my lifetime ambition.
Right.
As you get older, you get kids, family, all that other good stuff happens in your life. I'm at a point now where my mindset is how do I impact the world? How do I make the world a better place? And what actions do I do to make the world a better place?
Okay.
So that's sort of where I'm at the moment.
And let's talk about the actions that you are doing or foresee yourself doing that are going to make the world a better place.
Sure. So after I left Microsoft, I did join the hospital in New Zealand. The healthcare system, it's a very interesting system. Typical government organisation, it's quite slow. But the fact of the matter, I joined there was to make a difference, to help people get better. Even now in Cryptopia, we're doing a lot of philanthropic work. We're giving a lot back to the community, not just in cash, but in time as well. So we're helping there. It's not just about making the money, it's about making sure the community that helps you, giving something back to them.
Giving back. You know, I interview a lot of CEOs and presidents and founders of companies and coins and big, large entertainment people. And it seems to be a common thread that giving back is so important, that a positive mindset is so important. Why do you think that is?
The simplest reason, Dan, is that if it wasn't for that community or it wasn't for that industry that got you there, you wouldn't be there. That's as simple as that, right? And that's me oversimplifying it.
Right.
But it is that. It's if you don't respect that community, you can't show some sort of contribution back, you won't have their support effectively.
Exactly.
So it's important to have that sort of network and that sort of asset liability type transfer within the two units.
Now you are with a exchange, a cryptocurrency exchange?
Correct, yep, that is correct, yep.
Okay, and you're based out of New Zealand.
Correct.
All right, tell me about this cryptocurrency exchange and what it does.
Sure, so we're one of the oldest exchanges in the world. We've been around for 4 years, it sounds like
okay.
That's crypto years,
right.
That's a long time. We have 2.3 million users.
Okay.
Now for a country of only 4 million people, that's
quite a
bit. Our users are international. You'd be interested to know most of those are So roughly about 30% are US based, 30% are in Europe, and the other 60% odd, 50% odd is rest of the world.
Is the rest of the world.
Yeah, and New Zealand only plays like 1%.
So your own home country is just a very little piece of your
Very small
pie.
percentage, very small percentage.
You know, one of the things in the crypto world or the crypto community that's talked about a lot is new coins coming out and getting listed on an exchange is really, really important to what
Sure.
they're doing. Talk about the process, because I know that there's a lot of new coins right here in this room
Yep.
that are looking to get listed on an exchange. Tell me about that process and how that process works.
Sure, so I look after the listings team as well, as part of my role.
Okay.
So we have a dedicated team for listings, it's 6 guys. And they go through, depending on the coin, they go through quite a rigorous process to assess whether the coin is written on the right code, it has the right security functionality, it's supporting the right causes that are ethical. So we go through a whole checklist and a whole process. That process can take a week, it can take up to 3 months, depending on what we find. We work very closely with the coin developers to make sure that we can help them through that process as quickly as possible.
Is there a percentage, or is it too new, that how many coins come to you to get listed that actually make it in and that don't make it in?
Yeah, look, percentage I'd say probably about 80-20.
80-20 don't make it in, or
88 make it in.
That
make it in. What we are doing, we are one of the have the largest number of coins effectively.
Oh, really? So you're one of the
biggest.
When you say the biggest, maybe not by volume,
Not
but
by
you
volume,
have the most listings
coins.
of exchanges.
Now that's good and bad. So I'll be honest with you. The good side of that is it gives you range.
Right.
So it's like walking into Walmart, right? You've got 5,000 t-shirts you can pick from. The bad thing is some of those t-shirts maybe from 4 years ago, right? So they're not cool, they're not trendy, they're not hip. So what we're going through a process now is a consolidation of some of our older coins,
Okay.
evaluating if they're still secure, they're still trustworthy, they're still the right source code on them, and delisting them.
And, yeah.
So we're going through that process now as we speak.
Actually, I think I just got an email that said this coin or this coin has been delisted.
Correct.
And so you're just going through that process
Yes.
of delisting coins
Correct.
that aren't active or aren't doing or performing.
Insecure. So at the end of the day, we're custodians for our end users' funds at the end of the
Right.
day. And we take that quite seriously, so we need to be quite trustworthy. So on purpose, selling coins that aren't written on the right code is fundamentally and ethically not right. So we need to do something about that.
So you need to do something about
Correct.
it. Now, your exchange is all set up and legal in the US, Europe, and Asia?
So our corporate head office is based in New Zealand.
Right.
We are working very closely with the authorities in New Zealand
Okay.
and the departments within New Zealand. The New Zealand government has written a white paper on cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
We had input into that. The law will obviously evolve from that white paper. And we're working very closely with the US regulators as well to help design some of the policies around that too.
But
So-
as a US citizen, I can sign up for your exchange and use it.
Correct.
And to get to your exchange, you can just click the link below, correct? You have your
Correct.
website, just click the link below and people
There you
can
go.
sign up for your exchange.
It's that simple.
And it's just that simple.
It's that simple.
Okay. What about taxes in the U.S. through this? Do you supply records of buys and sells?
We do supply the records. We don't do the taxation for you.
So you don't give us a 1099 or whatever the
No,
form the
we
government's
won't
looking
do that,
for.
no.
You won't do that, but you do supply.
Buy
you
at
bought
X,
and sell,
sell.
and bought at this and sold at that.
Correct.
So we can figure out what basis is and
Correct.
everything from there.
Correct.
Raj, it has been a true pleasure talking to you. I can sit and
Likewise,
talk to you all day long.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. Again, from World CryptoCon in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Aria Hotel Casino Resort and Spa, I'm Dan Hunt for Up Close and Personal, saying have a great rest of today and an even better day tomorrow.